All right, let's just jump right into it. We're going to talk about something that I think a lot of us have felt, that really weird, confusing silence that happens when you start to grow. You know, when you're changing for the better, but things get quiet. It's tough, for sure, but getting a handle on why it happens, well, that can change everything.
So, let me ask you this. Have you ever been really excited about something new? I mean, maybe you're starting a new career, or you're on this big personal growth journey, and you're just on fire. But then the people you thought would be cheering the loudest are just silent. Yeah. If that sounds familiar, trust me, you are definitely not alone in this. And that feeling, it has a name. Let's call it the uncomfortable silence. It's that really strange, almost hollow feeling when you're just waiting for that high five or that word of encouragement, and it just never comes. It's more than just silence, right? It's like a space where you expected connection to be.
And here's the crazy part, the real paradox. It's almost always the people we expect the most from who go quiet. Meanwhile, you might get this amazing support from people you barely know. It just flips everything you think you know about your relationships completely upside down. It's so confusing.
So why? Why does this happen? Well, it turns out you don't really see people's true colors when everything is easy and comfortable. Nope. You see it when there's friction, when there's change. Your growth, it's like holding up a mirror, and it shows you what your relationships are really made of.
So if your growth is revealing the truth, what is that truth? That brings us to our next big idea here, why people really leave. Let's peel back the layers and get to the real reasons that distance starts to creep in.
It usually starts small, right? With a little seed of doubt. You share some big, exciting dream, and instead of getting that buzz of excitement back, you get skepticism. But why? What is behind that immediate pushback when all you're trying to do is level up?
And here it is. This is the absolute key. Their doubt, it's not actually about you or your abilities at all. It's a reflection of their own limitations. They're looking at your big dream through their own filter of fears and what they think is possible. Basically, they can't see you doing it because they could never imagine themselves doing it. Okay, so this doubt, this silence, it can come from a few different places. First, like we just said, they literally can't picture you succeeding. Their brain just hits a wall. The second one, and look, this is a tough pill to swallow, is that some people might be quietly hoping you don't make it. Seriously, because you changing forces them to look at their own lives, and that's uncomfortable. It's just easier for them if you trip up. And finally, some folks, well, they're only around as long as you fit a certain role that benefits them. Once you change, that benefit is gone, and so are they.
Now, I know this all sounds really heavy, but stick with me, because there is such a powerful way to reframe this whole experience. Let's get into this idea of chapters, not the story. It's all about understanding the roles people play in our lives. I love this quote because it just gives you permission to let go. It's this beautiful reminder that not every single relationship is built to last a lifetime, and that's okay. It doesn't make them any less valuable. Some people are just meant to be a chapter in your much bigger story.
And we can actually give them a name, chapter people. They come into your life for a reason, right? They teach you something absolutely vital, maybe about yourself, your strength, or even what you need to let go of. And then, their part is done. The chapter is over and it served its purpose perfectly. And thinking about that purpose brings us to what might be the single most empowering idea in this whole thing. Let's talk about why you didn't actually lose those people and what was really going on instead. Here is that reframe, laid out plain and simple. It feels like a loss, doesn't it? Like something was taken from you. But the deeper truth, the real truth, is about growth. You didn't lose them, you outgrew them. Because real, deep growth isn't just about the new things you do. It's about the new person you're becoming. Your whole mindset changes, your priorities get rearranged, and all of a sudden, those old relationships, they just don't fit anymore. The connection isn't a match for the new you. And that leads to a really important question you have to ask yourself, even if it's a little tough. Was the end of that chapter actually a good thing? I mean, is it possible that without even realizing it, those people were kind of holding you back? Maybe even messing with your peace of mind? So what do we do with all this? How do we walk through these goodbyes and keep our heads up? Well, that's what our last section is all about. It's about learning to trust the unseen plan. This is where a little bit of faith goes a long way. It's about trusting that even when things feel confusing or slow, there's a bigger picture you can't see yet.
The empty space that's opening up in your life, it's not empty for long. It's making room for the right things and the right people to show up. Okay, so what can you do practically? Here are 3 simple steps to help you move forward. First, just let go. Stop trying to hold on so tight to what's already on its way out. Second, trust the process. Even when it makes no sense, just trust it. And third, look for the lesson. I promise you, every single person who leaves teaches you something. Your job is to find out what that is.
And that's what I want to leave you with today. A question to carry with you. Whether you're in the middle of a huge change right now, or you're just looking back on one, take a moment and ask yourself, what is the lesson my current chapter is teaching me? Because finding that answer, well, that just might be the key that unlocks your next great chapter.